Baby, I'm back, yeah. Don't look no further. Baby, I'm back, yeah. I'm here to cater to you. I'll be your lover. I'll be your best friend. Yeah. It's about that time. Where we roll up a little bit of that Canadian coffee. And we get into it. So, I guess before I even get too much into anything, really. One sec. Yeah. So, I guess Ganville, whoever that is, has been talking about me. But I caught a little play tonight. Somebody sent me something that I put in my story, and they said that it came from Ganville on Twitter. But when I looked into it, because like I said, I don't be paying attention to this shit that closely. When I looked into it, he had said what it said in the picture of my story, but it didn't have a picture of me. So I think someone was trying to fuck with me. So I don't know if Ganville's got an issue or he doesn't. A lot of people have been telling me that he's been talking about me. I can't call it. I haven't heard it. I haven't really seen it. I don't pay attention. I don't even have the energy to go on Twitter and look through all those comments that people fucking at my name in. So, yeah, I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. So if anybody's part of Ganville's crew or whatever, and if he has like something he wants to talk about with me, we can talk about it. But it might just be two people trying to start shit. Because like I said, when I went to his Twitter, what was written on the picture of me was there, but the picture of me wasn't there. And the way it was presented to me, as if it was a picture of me and he wrote that shit on there, making it look like I enable child predators, which is false and very, very far from the truth. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. But I do have somebody coming by to talk to you guys, a little special guest. We're gonna see what he's up to. Let's see if he's tapped in here yet. Not yet. But I bet you he'll be pulling up soon. Can you guys guess who it is? Who my special guest is on Andrew Winter's Wonderland tonight? Hold on. Well, down. You're the next contestant.
Well, what's going on, my brother? How you been, man?
Good, Shane. How you been, man? Long time no talk, bro.
Yeah, long time no talk, man. Even though we talk a couple hours a day, man, not bad, bro. How's everything going, bro?
Hey, man, you can't let them know everything, right? I was trying to.
We'll just keep that quiet, man. I'll tell you what, I hope he sees me on here. He's been dodging everybody through the whole celebrity boxing circuit. I mean, every one of these guys that, that wanted to crack at him. Josh Cologne wanted to crack at him, and he bitched out, man. He's just straight bitching all over the place, man. So now he's stealing your music. But he didn't get away with sliding, man. You got sliding. He didn't get away with it, but I see him bobbing and knobbing his head to it, bro.
Right. It's really weird when you got to watch like someone that when you were a kid, they were like a pop star, and then you got to watch them when you're an adult doing impressions of you on the internet. It's like really like.
Bro, that's funny as shit, man. He was bobbing his head to your shit, and he's sitting there, and he's even pointing to his friends. Look, watch this part. Now watch this part.
Oh yeah, he loved it, bro. He's having the time of his life, Shane. He's having the time of his life.
Man.
He never felt so cool in his whole life. He's like, yo, I'm around a real rapper. Like, you know him.
Oh my God,
right?
man. It's crazy, bro. Well, let's still do what we're gonna do, man. I think that's a good rendezvous point where we'll meet up, bro. That sounds like a good spot. That exact same spot right there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's a lot of unfinished business between me and that little pipsqueak, man. He doesn't want to get in the boxing ring with anybody, so gotta try and see him in real life.
Well, here, yo, something else I gotta apologize to you for publicly while I got you on the line, everyone's watching, is I sent you like a really angry message before when you first got hooked up with celebrity boxing. And I was like, I don't know if you go through our history, you'll see it's the first thing you ever got from me was like an angry where I mentioned you in a story. And it's because
Yeah.
I thought you were Gamble. And when I seen celebrity boxing signed you, I thought he signed this guy Gamble,
Oh,
who
to
I don't
fight
even know
Aaron
that much
Carter?
about. Yeah, I don't, and I thought that was you. And I was like, yo, why would you sign that guy? And then I was like, yo, I want to fight you. And I called you out. And all you wrote back is thanks, bro. And you didn't say nothing. But I thought you were Granville. And then when me and you started talking, I won't
Yeah,
disclose
yeah, obviously
when
figured it out.
then I was like, oh shit. I was like, I sent that message to this. I thought, so yeah, I called
Yeah,
you out to celebrity boxing match for no good reason.
I
Just
remember
wanted
that,
to
bro.
apologize. Not that I'm a
Hell yeah,
celebrity,
dog.
but I did give
Yeah,
Aaron that first fight. Like I told you in our private discussions, I'm the one who got
yeah,
Aaron his fight with celebrity boxing. That was all on
I
me.
know.
And you know what? I
Oh,
never
I
seen
know.
1 cent, not 1 cent, bro. Not one mention, not one thank you, nothing. You know what I mean? So anybody that says that
Hey,
I'm looking for
you know what
something
he
from
does?
Aaron,
You know
so
what it
good.
is? He's seen you coming up, bro. He's seen you coming up real fast. He's seen you coming up and he's seen the song and the song was about to be a hit. So now he tried to put a kibosh on it, bro. And you know what? His kibosh, it only goes so far, man. I mean, come on, bro. It's Aaron Carter. For Christ's
Yeah,
sakes,
bro.
bro. It's tattoo face.
Yeah, man.
he, he doesn't
I don't know.
belong having any tattoos on his face, man. He doesn't belong having any tattoos on his face, bro.
It's not becoming,
No,
to
it's
say the
not
least.
becoming of him, of him.
Yeah, to say the absolute least, it's not becoming of him at all.
He
It
can't,
doesn't
yeah,
do
yeah,
anything for him, bro. And like the
yeah.
thing is, like even with that, like not to criticize Aaron, I don't like to give my opinions too much, but I'll just say this, man. If he was gonna tattoo his face, why not tattoo your face with like something like small, looks kind of cool? Like he could have like made it work, but instead he just like even the way
He
it
let a
comes under his eye, it
chimpanzee,
looks like a
he let a chimpanzee splash him with paint.
I felt bad for him after whoever did that to his face too. I wonder if they were trolling him when they did that tattoo, bro. I
Oh
often
my
wondered
God,
that.
bro! Hey, speaking of trolling and stuff like that, I don't think Ganville is saying anything negative about you, bro. I haven't seen anything at all. That's
Okay,
just and I usually pop on and watch his shit when he comes live, man. I haven't seen him say anything negative about you at all, bro.
okay.
You
Well,
know.
like I said, I don't know who
I know he
Gamble is,
hates
bro.
he hates Aaron Carter, man. He's the one he's the one that popped all the bullshit on him. You know what I mean? I know he hates Aaron Carter. So
So for anybody that's watching that doesn't know, my friend here, Shane, what he's known for exposing child predators in the United States, and then he became acquainted with Aaron through Jenna Shea, which is an ex of Aaron's of 72 Hours. Shout out to Jenna Shea,
hell
and
yeah.
that's how Shane became acquainted with Aaron. And then once he became acquainted with Aaron, just like many people do, tried to take him under his wing, tried to give him some guidance, some leadership, tried to help him out, get his career back on track. And then he was sent information that made him feel very uncomfortable considering the line of work that Mr. Coyle is involved in. So that's kind of where Shane fits into the picture. For I'm sure you guys are way more aware of Shane than you're aware of me at this point, but just for the
Nah, man.
people from Canada that are catching up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to give a little bit of insight on who you are.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
and I have another question for you, man. Like,
Yeah, brother.
do you think that Aaron can be helped? Or do you think it's one of
Um.
those things where literally he has to be left to almost just hit his rock bottom on his own and find
Yeah.
it within himself?
Yeah, there's no help for the fucking guy, bro. There's no help for him. He's a fucking idiot, man. He's hit bottom so many times and hasn't gotten the help that he needed each time that he's hit bottom. This time, next time he hits bottom, I mean, God only knows what that bottom's gonna be. You know what I mean? I mean, hopefully it'll be in a rehab or something like that. Who knows? Whatever the fucking Christ it might be, a nutcase, a nut house or something. A manic depressive den or some kind of place for sociopaths like him. I mean, he's a
So
sociopath.
I have another question for you. When you were working with Aaron, because a lot of people criticize me for not seeing whatever they see in Aaron, like right away, even though I live in a whole different country and I'm so far removed away from his life, like people think I
Yeah,
should know
it's
everything about him.
impossible to see it, man. You can't see it when you know the man puts up. He calls himself the Joker because he literally is that, a joke. He's a joke. Every time he'll come across one way as your best friend, love you, and I mean literally, you know, put his hands on you in the front and give you a hug and stab you multiple times in your back when you're not looking, and just with his arms around you in a hug. He's a real conniving little snake like that, man. That's how Aaron Carter is, because that's what's been done to him his whole life. So I guess that's
Yep.
all he knows. You know what I mean?
That's
When you
yeah.
got that shit done to you your whole life, I guess that's all you know, and that's what he is.
So let me ask you another question. When you first met Aaron, how did you feel about Aaron on a personal level? Did you feel like a strong connection like right away when you met him? Like you felt like, man, I like this guy, I could help him? Or was
Oh
it kind
God,
of like,
yeah. Yeah, Janet Shea introduced us, and I was like, wow, this guy's cool as shit. Yeah, let me rock out, man. All right, he's got a couple of haters. Let me get rid of some of his haters. Hell yeah. And I did. I went on a rampage going across all of his haters, and me and Gamble even went at each other for a while, man. It was absolutely madness. Going on at haters for a guy that is just a scumbag and no, you know what I mean? An ungrateful little, conniving little squirt is what he is.
so I have another question for you. I know that you're in the business of exposing child predators, and I commend you on doing that, by the way. Obviously, that's like probably the number one thing that needs to be done in this society to clean a lot of things up, you know, because I feel like that's at the root of a lot of social issues that even when it's not apparent, it kind of comes down
Yeah.
to human trafficking. But what I want to ask you is, in your opinion, right? Given the evidence that you've been given, like, what do you feel about Aaron Carter's status as when people label him as that? Like, from your perspective,
He
do you
deserves the
view,
label. He deserves the label. He outright 100% admitted to doing it, admitted to this, admitted to that. You know, and you fucking admit to this shit. You obviously did it. You deserve the label. He deserved the label 100% because, number one, he admitted to it. He admitted to it. It's all out there. Just Google search Aaron Carter admits to, or, you know what I mean? It's all out there. It's on YouTube.
so
Yeah,
what
I mean,
what exactly did he admit to from your
what's
perspective?
that?
Like what did he actually admit to?
He admitted to sending explicit pictures of his dick to an underage girl. To a girl that was underage at the time, and he was underage. He was overage at the time.
Was this a knowing thing? Like he knowingly knew
Oh
that this
yeah,
girl.
yes, he knew. He knew 100% what he was doing. It was his assistant's little sister. His assistant's little sister, and he had his assistant for years. He knew the age of his little sister. He admitted to it too in the video. I mean, you could just go online, you'll see it. It's all there.
See, like that's the thing too. People like assume that people that are in his life would know all these things. But what they don't know is like there's so much Aaron Carter content out there that you would have to be almost obsessed or be in the position of investigation like yourself to actually uncover these things
Oh my God, man.
and to be able to discern the foolishness from the truth is even harder because this is what I find is the main problem with Aaron Shane. I find that people attack him and they do stalk him and they accuse him of the wrong things, and that's actually what distracts them away from the things that need to be
Things that
addressed
are
from my
happening. Yeah,
opinion.
man.
So when you're around him, it's very tough because you are watching him being stalked. This is a fact. He does get stalked. Like it's not what he says it is, like how he paints the narrative.
Yeah.
But he is, you know, he's a public figure. I think every public figure to some degree that's at that level of notoriety through, you know, even though it's a legacy notoriety, I think they're
Yeah.
all stalked to some degree and have a lot of weird people, you know what I mean, messing with them, people that hate them, people trying to set them off. But what the problem is people accuse him of things that is ridiculous. And sometimes I almost feel maybe that's why he doesn't go out of his way to prove some of these ridiculous things wrong, because he might be trying to shy us away. Maybe like something so ridiculous to us is still better than the reality, maybe, is what I'm starting to kind of like,
Bro,
I don't know, right? I don't know
he
that,
did
but I'm
that.
just
He did
speculating.
that with his. He did that with his sexuality. Like he shined a light personally away from away from having homosexual tendencies. He shined a light away from it. Meanwhile, there was a period of time where he admitted to it. He came out of the closet. He said it and everything. So it's like all these lights. He gets these lights shined on him and these daggers thrown at him, but he puts them into himself. He puts these daggers into himself on purpose, and only because he's hiding something even much more, and that's his addiction, his drug addiction that he has, and it's disgusting. His drug addiction is horrible. It's horrendous. He needs help.
So the only thing that I've witnessed him take in terms of substance is I've smoked a ton of weed with the guy, but I know his regimen of medications that he's prescribed. I've never seen him do an illicit drug. Even within Canada, when he was smoking weed with me, it's perfectly legal. It was legal in Canada. He bought it at an NSLC, which is a licensed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've never seen him do an illicit drug. I've never known him to do cocaine or even have the tendencies of somebody who's strung out on cocaine. But there's something going on. What you seem very sure about his addiction. Did you notice?
Sure shot certain of that he was addicted to was the Xanax, and he would tell me all the time that he's taking Xanax. He's taking Xanax. He can't get off of the Xanax. The Xanax are controlling him. Xanax are controlling his mind, controlling his thoughts, controlling everything, and he's forgetting. He's telling me that he's forgetting everything. I'm forgetting everything that I'm saying. Everything that I'm doing, I forget it the next day. He forgets, he forgets, he forgets. And that's the Xanax. And that's, if anybody who's ever done a hard drug or anybody who's ever done any kind of drug, Xanax will do that to you. They will make you forget 100% the next day. It's horrible. I mean, it's crazy.
So would it be
doing
fair
all those
to
things, it's still no excuse.
No excuse at all. But would it be fair to say, even with not making an excuse, would it be fair to say that maybe he's not because we all take it like he's just going around saying he's going to do stuff with people and then just completely dogging them in the next days. Maybe it is the medication. Maybe he's not aware of what we're seeing. Maybe he doesn't realize that he promises this today and then tomorrow it's something totally different.
That's what happens when you take Xanax to a certain extent. You become a total different person. You become the person that you want to be, but you're not. So he's giving things away. He's doing things. He's promising features. He's promising this. He's promising that. And then next thing you know, the next day it's not happening and you're reminding him about it. And then he's causing confrontation with you about it because he don't remember shit. But then he knows that if he tells you he don't remember shit, you're going to know that he was high. So it's crazy. So he's constantly fighting and running across conversation after conversation, and he's just getting screwed up left and right. And it's crazy, man. That's why I backed away from his ass, man. I stayed away from him. I got out of there.
How much time had you spent with Aaron in person? You know what I mean?
Zero. Thank God. Zero time.
So you never met him at all?
Never met him in person, man. Had plane tickets purchased to go to California, to go to his house, to go here, to go there. And he would just get paranoid. Every time I was about to fly out, he would get paranoid. Hey, are you setting me up? Are you there with my sister Angel? Or what are you doing? Are you doing this with my mom? And it's like, God, man, dude, at that time I was just trying to help you, scumbag. I was just trying to help you. You know what I mean? And that's at the time. And, I'm glad I didn't get out there. I'm glad I didn't help him fully. You know what I mean? I didn't help him in person.
Does Xanax make you paranoid? I don't have any experience with Xanax.
No, Xanax make you full and sure of yourself, but then paranoia sets in when you get off of the Xanax and you're not on anything. His paranoia sets in when he's trying to just smoke weed and only weed. His Xanax, I'm sure he's using just to sleep now. He's so used to taking them, he's just using them to sleep now and not to be sick. If he doesn't take Xanax, he's paranoid as fuck. I guarantee it.
So one thing that I noticed about Aaron that I found conflicting, when I was trying to put together, what's real and what's not about what people are saying to me on the internet, while I was still actively friends with him, right, is he doesn't sleep much. And Xanax makes you sleepy. Right. So if he's abusing Xanax all the time, right, why is he up 24 hours a day? Now, I had somebody who claimed to be a medical professional and claimed to be known to him. I don't know if that's true or not, but they told me that he has a reaction with the substance where it actually, because of the abuse in the past, where it has an opposite effect on him, where it doesn't make them tired anymore. And they said it can also make them violent. Now, this is all, this is a
Oh
random
yeah.
DM. I don't know if this person could just be anybody, right? But they told me that they knew him. They told me that they're in the medical field, and they said that he has a violent tendency when he's on that. Have you ever come
Yeah,
across this?
Xanax. Yeah, man, Xanax. And me personally, I took Xanax for years, bro. I took Xanax for years. They made me violent beyond belief. When you're taking the Xanax, you don't know what you're doing. You get violent, man. The lightest, littlest thing sets you off like that. I mean, it's crazy as hell, bro. It's
So is that
crazy
why
as
you're
hell.
so
Xanax,
gaslit
Xanax
by like?
mellow people out. Xanax will mellow people out, but they take your edge and like, I mean, if you get flipped out, you get flipped out on Xanax, and it's bad. Blackouts.
How
Blackout.
do in what ways do people? I know that Grady had accused. Do you know? Are you aware of who Grady is? He was an artist that Aaron had. So Grady
No,
was. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, what were we saying,
wait,
Shay?
you were breaking up, brother. Now you're not breaking up. You're good now.
Okay, no, I was just saying Grady was a guy who was involved in a record deal situation with Aaron
Oh yeah, I
recently.
know who he is. Yeah, yeah, the other artist.
He said that he claims that he's seen Aaron, that he knows that Aaron has drug problem, that they've talked about it, and that he's witnessed things on live and whatnot. How would people consume? Is it possible to sniff a Xanax? Is
Oh
that
yeah,
how it works?
absolutely. Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
and and is the effect the same when you sniff a Xanax as opposed to when you consume it
It's
or
really
like
not. It's just faster. It's faster when it's done nasally through the nasal passage. It's just a faster high. You know what I mean? A lot of people, snorting Xanax is really a lot better. Believe when I say better, it's more easily consumed and soluble by saliva. But people do it through the nasal passage. Yes. This boy does so many different things through his nasal passage. I mean, there's different things that he's done through his nasal passage that I've just heard about and heard him and discussed with him about getting off of. That, it's just beyond me that he's not caught and outed as of now, man, as of what he's doing. I mean, just look what he just did to his girlfriend. I mean, it's disgusting. That's in a fit of rage. In a fit of rage. That's
and
disgusting.
I don't think we ever knew that side until just now. I don't think that that's ever been a topic. I don't think that people have ever, in all the things that they criticize him for, all the things that they accuse him for, they accuse him of being abusive. They accuse him of a lot of things, but I don't think that we've ever actually seen a point where we started to look through this lens. This is a new lens, and that's why I have these questions about the substance. Um, because I know that he does struggle with that substance. I also know that he's prescribed that substance, but I always tell people too, just because you're prescribed something doesn't mean that it's good for you or that you're in control of
Yeah,
yourself or of it. You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
that's not to disrespect his medical team. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. As you know, I don't know much about it at all, or else I wouldn't be asking you the questions about it.
No, yeah, man.
But okay, so I have another question for you as well that I was curious about. Um,
Sure.
how did it make you feel when you came across the information that you came across about Aaron being a child predator? Like how, like you do, like because clearly, you must have some sort of connection to that to feel that passionately about that cause to do what you do. So how did it make you feel when you realized that someone that you kind of put yourself
Oh
out there with
man.
publicly was attached to that? Because
I
I know
mean,
how I feel, even though I'm like, nobody wants to be attached to that. But like, that's what you were doing at that time.
yeah.
That's what you were
I
known
was
for.
disgusted, man. It was disgusting. I had to rid myself of the filth right away, and that's why I got him on the phone and got him to admit it, live, and didn't let him know that he was live. You know what I mean? I talked to him one on one, and got everybody heard the conversation, the real deal conversation between me and Aaron Carter, him admitting to the shit that he did. It was disgusting, and I felt betrayed and lied to, and just really just ultimately, like, God, man, stupid. I felt stupid because I let somebody so stupid into my life. You know what I mean? With somebody with such disgusting, accolades that are, to go at little girls, man. It's just absolutely horrendous, man.
Do you Do you consider yourself to be a pretty wise and smart and street smart guy?
Absolutely.
So I,
Absolutely.
and you were still able to be kind of like bamboozled by his energy in a
Yeah,
way.
man. Yeah,
So I just want
absolutely.
people to know that out there that think I'm some kind of fucking idiot, or that
Nah,
think that
bro.
first of all, I wasn't even paying attention to that degree because I just don't care. And the thing is, bro, like I live in Canada, and I'll tell you the big difference between Canadian and American culture is
Yeah.
American culture is like what you guys are into, you're into it. Whether it's football, whether it's rap, whether it's acting, whether it's politics, like people in America are very passionate about what they
Yeah.
do
One
and what
thing.
they care about. In Canada, we're not as passionate about those types of things like entertainment, and that's why we don't have great sports leagues up here. Like we have teams that are within American organizations, but we don't have
Yeah.
like our own leagues that are just like that can compare. We don't have the same infrastructure when it comes to the entertainment industry because we don't care as much about entertainment as
Yeah.
Americans do. And that's why
Oh, wow.
America's great at entertainment is because you guys are passionate about it and you care about it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why we as artists have to go there in order to mature as artists because we need to be in a situation that can cultivate our own